true. Alright, well, you know what they say. By they, I mean, just me, I guess. What we say is we'll know for streaming in about 10 seconds, which is should be good, right? So Trubus. Ubis. Okay, cool. What is good though, everyone? Yeah, you know. Just another day. Just another day here. It is what it is. You know, I really haven't been playing that much recently, as you guys know, because I just don't feel like it. Gonna be honest, that's the only reason. It's hard for me in my daily life to find motivation to play, even though, you know, I did really enjoy going to the regional again. I like making content for you guys, so I do care about it, right? But there's just a lot of things that I could be doing other than streaming. So like when you take into consideration the fact that I generally like streaming at night anyways, what ends up happening is like it'll get to nighttime, I think to myself, I'm like, alright, am I gonna stream tonight? And then I like start doing something that is meaningfully productive, not just like playing video games, right? Which is productive in some way, but just in a less meaningful way, right? So it is what it is, right? But I do appreciate y'all, and I want to, you know, do this darn thing because I do like playing Pokemans. So, you know, this is the team that I have chosen to lock in for the Yaramingus. And really, more than anything, this is like the preliminary version that I want to try. Looks like this man's here is just giving us a dub. Says, look, I just want whatever the reward is. Don't bug me about it. Don't even talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a really good match to test. You know, this will be a really good match to just like test some of the damage calcs that we might be wondering about, and that is ultimately the good thing about it. So yeah, you know, let's just not overthink it, you know, bring our guys. If anything, we will be lucky enough that they will at least give us like a turn, you know, instead of just quitting right away. But if they do, that's what it is. You know, I can't DWOT Duke. Okay, so I really want to know how much damage my upper hand is going to do into my Dragonite. Excuse me. I want to know how much damage this is going to do really badly. So, okay, they're going to give us a turn. That this is so overkill. That does a lot, man. That's like way too much. I don't like that. So it's definitely worth having a low IV, or I mean low attack Lulu. Rumble. You be grumbling. I feel like it'd be really good if I had some sort of healing, you know, heal pulse or something. What up though to the people? This is obviously a very unserious match we have going here. To this person, I will just do dumb stuff, I guess. I mean, we've got this one under the bag. It's under the bag. I'm just gonna click copycat and I'm just gonna click E-speed, like I'm not worried about it. Oh, I forgot that I'm gonna copycat the E-speed. That's kind of funny. Do it. Just do it. He said, I got this. Oh my god. Good job, Ryulu. Alright, Scarlet. What you got, my boy? Okay, so the upper hand definitely did more than I wanted it to, and it does show that it's, like I said, very worth having a 0-speed Ryulu if you do have one. It looked like my Ryulu was actually one that I caught in the wild, and is one that I, for whatever reason, you know, maxed out its attack IVs just in case. So, you know, not really one that's made to use upper hand with, and that's something that I'm going to remember in the future if I want to make another version of this team. But yeah, it's a win, like, quote unquote, whatever. Okay, we got some things here. Really, D-Knight? Yeah, that's my guys. It's like, what can you really say about it, you know? Just a couple of my guys. Thank you. Okay, so we got some things. We definitely got some things. I don't think it's perfect, but I like our prospects. The thing that I'm thinking about, which is kind of my concern, is I'm starting to pigeonhole into a team comp that I think is not going to be that good in the long run, right? Because, like, what I'm thinking is if I don't lead Talonflame, which is what I'm doing, I'm not actually providing myself a good way to stop Trick Room, if that makes sense. Like, the only way I have to stop Trick Room in that case is by clicking Copycat, which I do have. So you have to be honest. Like, I do, in fact, have a good way to stop Trick Room. It's just not, like, it's not that. Okay, So, you know what I'm saying here? Be the change you want to see in the world. Okay. I actually think it's going to be better to just let the P2 set up Trick Room and click the upper hand. Let me adjust the volume level. I did notice last time that I had the volume turned up a little bit loud on the game, which made my voice not loud. So we're gonna go for these Sharnarnigans here, and I'm just gonna let them set up Trick Room. Like I said, unfortunately, like I think there's a couple ways this could go poorly for us, but did I crit myself last time? I should have just low kicked them there. That's okay. I'm just gonna outrage this time. Yeah, I'm just gonna outrage this time and click this is gonna hurt. Whatever this hits, it's hurt. This might just KO the Goldengo. Yeah, goodbye. And we live. What up, Inferno? Yeah, but that don't feel good, man. Alright, so they do have one very saucy play they could make here. I'm just gonna upper hand their Incineroar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so the one way that they could have won that is by having Terra Ghost Incineroar tearing just to get around my upper hand, and then fake outing my Dragonite to get around whatever the heck I was doing, right? But yeah, what do you freaking do, my guy? So Inferno, we are basically trying the updated version of my Baltimore team. I just felt like Riolu with coaching was fun, and why not try it? So this is not a team that I can easily do coaching Sharnarnigans against, which makes this a little bit more difficult. If anything, I lead Bird and Goldengo, I think. So we lead Bird, Goldengo, and then we go Bird, Goldengo. Bird, Goldengo, We need something that can beat our Challengel still, which is kind of part of the problem. And then we just bring something reliable, which I'm thinking in this case feels more like Dragonite than Tyranitar. For various reasons, I actually think there's ways that Tyranitar could be good, but I'm not really looking the way that it looks, all things considered. So, it has a better matchup into just Arcanine, basically. So they lead Rilla and Sinistcha. That's fine. Dun 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 dun. I mean, I think the question that I'm asking myself when I see this board position is it even worth it for my opponent to click Trick Room here? Like, what do you get out of clicking Trick Room, right? Am I just kind of throwing by clicking this Terra just because, right? So I think that's my concern, is like, know when to hold, know when to fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, should I literally hold the Terra instead of using it? They are gonna go for the Terra. I think the one problem with the way that I'm playing right now is that I'm not respecting Rillaboom's threat against my Primarina, but they both threaten Primarina. So technically, yeah, exactly. So, ooh, they do go for Scald. That's scary. Why are you so fast? What are you doing, dude? Did you see how fast they were? Freaking, literally, what is that? Like, why do you have a Scarf Sinistcha that's that fast? Like, I'm gonna click Tailwind just because and go for the Maker. Yeah. Big Arch in the Dark. There, yeah. Back damage. I think there's a chance that they don't go for Grassy Glide. That's why I'm doing it this way. And I don't really think that losing my guy is that much of a problem at this point. So I'd kind of rather just let this happen. Yeah, like, because, like, what if they, like, Draco me or something stupid like that? I can't really afford that. He actually misses the Snarl. That's massive. Okay. So because we need the damage, I am actually gonna click Outrage and I'm gonna click Make It Rain. No, I'm gonna click Ice Spinner Shadow Ball. I'm gonna click Outrage Shadow Ball. Alright, so I need this to do a lot. That's not a lot. But if I go first, why do you have a citrus berry? That crit actually probably just wins me the game, which is really unfortunate for them. Because now they're forced to bring something out this turn. And they went for Electro Shot, which is like it's just not a good move right now at all, so. I think bringing out Sinistra just loses them the game straight up. Because my biggest need here is to just take KOs and not really worry about what's happening. So I basically just, I think, this is actually rough. I think that was important. So we're kind of just working them down damage-wise, and that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna click Ice Spinner and click Shadow Ball again. That one crit was really bad for them, and unfortunately that's the risk that you risk when you do switch outs, is that not only are you risking taking damage on your switch in, but something can happen like a crit, which just kind of screws you over. So we get the, yeah, I mean, we get the Ice Spinner. No matter what, they really just don't have a way to get our Goldangle off the field reliably right now. That does a lot. I mean, you gotta be honest. It's not pitiful damage. But at this point, we accept our free swap and we just Shadow Ball. The free swap is good because I don't like being confused, and low kick can just finish it off after the Shadow Ball. So no matter what, it's fine. Alright. Well, sometimes you gotta do it. Voodoo. With your Palafinta. And don't forget to say what up, my Palafinta. Okay. So, what I was thinking with this version of the team is I wasn't using Amoonguss as much as I felt like I really could have. And not only that, but what am I saying? Not only that, but I felt like I really needed Talonflame. So by keeping Talonflame, we give the team certain levels of versatility that I really like. And it does mean we still need to play careful though, right? Because like in this position, I really want this. I really want this. But that doesn't really give us that good of an end game into something like Gastrodon if this goes poorly, so it would technically be nice to bring Goldengo. Goldengo is actually pretty darn good against their team in general. We just need to be able to play around the other threats. So I'm gonna risk not bringing Talonflame here. I think it could go poorly, but we'll see. Left Goldengo, yeah, I get that. I pretty much made the wrong lead, I think, which is just gonna lose me the game. So, like, what are my real options here? I pretty much just click the upper hand E-Speed and, like, just hope it goes well. Because the only thing that my opponent can do to get out of this, which is very possible and would be a good play, is protect Clefable or Steel Terra Clefable, right? Both are very common. Both are good. They actually do that, so okay. I'm noticing that this upper hand is a pretty big roll, and I don't like the roll. It's like, it can do like an 1/8 of my health, it can do like a 1/6 of my health. It does damage. Wow, dude. Good job. Right, because they have freaking the good move. Okay, let's click Copycat. And let's just click. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, so I made the wrong lead. I needed to lead I needed to lead Talonflame Tyranitar or Gold Riolu Tyranitar. Primarily though, Talonflame Centaur was the best lead. So I did recognize that a well-positioned Goldango is one of the biggest threats to my team. And that was kind of part of the problem with actually just the way the team is built in general. But, you know, we will try. I also completely forgot that Clefable is unaware, which is what lost me this. So, I'm not that upset about it. Like, you can only play so well so often, and sometimes you just play bad. Like, I'm just saying. Sometimes you just play bad. Like, and that was today, in this one game. They'll go for that. They have a good enough lead that they're just gonna win, basically, so... Like, there's really, really low chances of Tyranitar pulling a reverse sweep off. That being said, it's not impossible. Their team is not necessarily that good against the Tyranitar if they didn't bring the right options. However, most of their team... like, the rest of their team was literally, if I remember correctly, Rillaboom, Gastrodon, Sneasler, and something, which are, like, all good against me, so... Arcanine, yeah. Yeah, so... This is probably the best possible scenario for my Tyranitar being able to pull off a reverse sweep, if I'm being honest. But... it is looking a little rough here. I'm gonna go for the Protect because I basically have to. I'm gonna be honest. But, we'll see. Huh. I really don't agree with that Terra at this point in time. Flinchers, gimme flinchers, this is how we win. No? Okay. Okay. Either way, it's not over. We go for Rock Slide, we go for Make It Rain. Hey, bro, that is range. That's actually probably just GG's. And that was also not range, unfortunately. If that was range, I think we would have a really good chance at winning this. Well, I shouldn't say a really good chance. It's just, if the Earth Power didn't get that special defense lowering, double special defense lowering, aka double FE, we would have, if we wake up the next turn, we would live this third Earth Power, and then we would win, right? So that's kind of the thing that sucks about this scenario, but it is what it is. Wake up? Yep. So... yeah. So basically, if neither of those Earth Powers got the special defense boost, we would have, or lowering, we would have won. And I'm not, like, that upset about that. You know, like, they also missed some moves that would have changed things. But like we literally led a terrible lead. So the fact that I was able to pull it back that much at least says something in my opinion. Technically I needed to go for the rock slide flinch and not bringing them down below half health, but I was going to. Double rock slide flinch, then knock. Well, yeah, no. Because then the knockoff doesn't do as much. Okay. Blah. This is an ugly team. Not a team with trick room. Which basically means that I have to lead Bird. And then maybe like Bird Prim looks good here. Bird Prim lead with like my Golden Go and Tyranitar, or yeah, I think Tyranitar. What you'll also notice is that I'm running a Covert Cloak on my Riolu and Upper Hand, which is counterintuitive, but my thought process was there's gonna be cases where I don't really want to click Upper Hand, and I don't want to deal with being faked out either. So, I don't know, you know? You just gotta take it as it is sometimes. Like, I'd actually rather have Riolu go down early sometimes than other, so it's actually kind of to my benefit to have an item that just lets Riolu die right away sometimes, and also lets me get things like not being faked out. Okay, so that's fine. Gonna click buttons. I'm gonna click this, and gonna just go for one. I should have just gone for the Moonblast. Men's! Hello. Did you just see that? Okay, well, yeah, okay. Like, excuse me? Freaking excuse me, my boy. What if I just yonked them? No free switches. I think realistically I should have just doubled up the Golden Ghost slot though, because if Zoroark doesn't protect, this always KOs. So I'm just learning like little things I could do to make my play better. Yeah, so like I should have clicked Moonblast there. It's not going to do that much less damage that it matters, but like it will do less. Enough that they're at over half health, put it that way. So, Golden Go will come back out. I think my best play is to click we're in a pretty good position. I don't think they have enough momentum right now. I think my Terra's a lot better than theirs right now. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's really bad. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna scout for one turn, which is possibly gonna lose me the game, but I have to. I could click knockoff into actually probably a rack. Well, I think this is fine. I think this covers enough bases. So they are gonna actually withdraw, which would have won me the game if I just went for Shadow Ball into that slot. But let's see if they go for the wide guard. So they do. Okay. So if I had gone for the Shadow Ball into that slot, I think we would have just won. Now the question you have to ask yourself is, though, who do I need to take out more right now? And in the long run, it's actually Araquanid. So I'm going to click this again. I'm going to Shadow Ball the Araquanid, try to take it out. Yep. And then they should click. Okay, Stomping. So the reality is that unfortunately I probably just don't live a Specs Make It Rain plus Stomping Tantrum, so I'm probably gonna lose this. Let's see though. Especially not a single target. Yeah, the single target is what really like makes it bad. And they just go for Outrage. Okay. Okay, I know we had plays there. I don't think targeting the Goldango on the switch out with Shadow Ball would have guaranteed me anything. I do think it would have got me somewhere, but to an automatic win is definitely not the word. So I think they made the play they needed to like cover their bases, and I respect that. Because I think they would have won either way. But I had more like random things I could have done to try to win without them doing that. To try to win, I said. I had more things I could do to try to win. You better try to win, my guy. Okay, let's see. What can we do? We have weird stuff. We have weird stuff. I'm like immediately feeling like my team just loses to like a well-positioned team that has Terra. Right? Because like, first off, we've faced like 4 Arcanines, which seem to be kind of a problem. And Arcanine's always been good, it's just not really around as much anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's go to some Yotis. I can handle that. I'm not that worried. I kind of think that I do have the Terra, but yeah. Low kick covers for Steel Terra, which it looks like they're not going for, but whatever. Yeah, so they're gonna set Veils, or try at least. We go for Tailwind, G, Willikers, Batman, they've got me surrounded. We go for low kick, does over half, more than half. Does enough to say G Wilkers, Batman, they've got me surrounded. See why Bandit is good though, you gotta be honest, like, cause Bandit just be knocking stuff out. You got that super sweet syrup in you. Okay, I see it. I see the Blizzard spam. I see it. Hydruple. Little quadruple hydruple. I think that's just GG's. Look at how much damage they just took there. Like, you gonna tell me you're gonna win somehow by like when I'm just gonna E-speed and Rock Slide again, my game? Like, I think that's just GG's. Because you have to waste your Terra right now on something in order to get out of this. Unless you're just going to swap again. Yeah. I get it, my guy. Leave. You're gonna waste your Terra and Hydruple right now, my guy. He's slow, he's just gonna die. He might even just die to the E-speed anyways. Leave my Drupal over here. Alright, Rock Slide. Hey, he goes first. Look at you. Good job. And lives. Double good job. This is looking rough though. It's worth it. It's always worth it. This rock slide damage is going to be a lot, no matter what. They set up the Aurora Veil. It's going to do maybe a little less than half to a little more than half, is what I'm guessing. If very least, like 30%. Oh, yeah. You gonna reverse sweep with Arcanine right now? Show it to me. Show it to me. Show it to me. I said show it to me. It's not impossible. That just doesn't really do anything. Alright, let's see it. Can you reverse sweep? Well, Ninetales takes it going down there, so that makes it more difficult. Flare Blitz is not Rock Slide, which makes it more difficult too. GG's. Alright. So, you know, can't win them all, but you can win. Can we just say it? You know what I'm saying? But can't win them all, but you can win. Now I'll put that on my name. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well though. We're just hanging here. I don't really think this team is amazing. Like, if anything, I might skr out on this global challenge in a second, build something new and fun, and just bull for a little, because it's still early here in my world. Like 11 or 10 or whatever is really not that late. I think it's almost 10 right now, or almost 11. Almost 11, yeah. So this is actually pretty scary for me. The things that I conventionally want to do to find success, excuse me, I don't think are going to work as well as I want them to. What I want to do is lead bird, try to just at least get the tailwind, taunt if I have to, and go from there. I actually think this might be my best lead just because it pressures them. We bring T-Tar in the back. Either T-Tar Prim or T-Tar Dragonite. I'm liking the way that T-Tar Prim looks right now. It just kind of has the ability to hit things more. So, Susterratson and Choocher. I think it's worth just going for the Tailwind and the Still Terra Make It Rain. Like, I don't really think there's any way that the Amoonguss gets the better of this. The Garchomp obviously has the possibility of going for Steel Terra if they have it. If anything, I think I could. It's just that I can't really afford them clicking for Earthquake either way, right? So, like, technically, if they just protect the Amoonguss and click Earthquake, I'm kind of screwed. But I'm hoping they don't do that. And it looks like they're just gonna let me kind of do what I'm doing, so. I have a feeling they're both gonna live this is my concern. Okay, well, like, that's as much as I could have hoped for. Chasm, what is good, homie? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think that went about as good as I, like, it basically went exactly as well as I needed it to, which is all I can hope for. Because we got rid of the problem, and it's not going to get to do anything again. And that's really what matters. I'm actually more glad to just let this happen than letting them get a free switch in. So I'm gonna call that they have. I'm gonna call that either the Shadow Ball KOs at -1, or that they have a switch out of Goldango. It looks like they're not going to do either. So I need to hope that the Shadow Ball KOs. It is actually important. Please KO. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. 10-5 after 0-2. About to start working on this rad school thesis. Proud of you, brother, man. Do your thing. Feel free to tell me a little bit about it, too, in the chat. I almost just started popping off into song, my guy. I almost just popped off into song. Dragonite, yeah. Do that thing. Okay. Alright, so we burn the Dragonite. And we get a big... that's annoying, but it's... Big Hyper Voice. Now, you do have to admit, Sylveon can't do that. Sylveon, in fact, cannot do that. Gianfranco, how are you? MSN Econ, yeah, right. Pieces on old people, aka geriatric, so scariatrics. A working past retirement age and investigating. Yeah, well, yeah. How it is impacting young workers. That's interesting. How is it impacting young workers? I mean, I feel like it's impacting old people, if anything. Like, because what a lot of them are finding is that the younger people, or I mean the older generation, when they're retiring, is they're all like they need something to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of them go back to work just because they're bored, and like they want something to fulfill their time and like give them a sense of purpose in their life still, you know. But yeah, I can imagine that there's ways in which, you know, yeah, it's a give and take, and it affects each, right? Yeah. Current climate affects old people can cause. Yeah, yeah. And it also does, like, so I think some of them work past their retirement age because they want to, but also some of them are doing it because of the economic incentive, right? So, like, you're right about that. In the current world, some people literally just have to do that, right? And it's not like they have a choice. But for those who are well off, yeah, like, a lot of them go back to work because it helps them retain a sense of purpose. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, this is super scary. I think the biggest thing that we have going for us is that they don't have Annihilate, but I really don't like this at all. Right. That makes sense. Okay. So I do actually think that we need to do this kind of, and then do this. So I think my concern here is that I feel like my best lead is actually gonna be this. Young workers are gatekept. Yeah, no, I felt that when I was in the teaching world, right? Because, like, seniority matters so much that, like, sometimes it's hard to keep your job as the young worker just because they like don't feel like they can push the old people out, so they push out the young people, and that means that you end up getting transferred between places a lot, or like feeling like you don't actually have job security even though you're supposed to, right? But you know what my dad is finding, basically, which maybe in some way or shape or form might help your considerations for your paper, right? Is that, you know, his job basically knows that because he's on the way out, they don't need to think about giving him raises or anything. And it's more likely that he'll kind of just like accept the position that he's in. And that, you know, so basically he has underqualified people working under him making more money just because the job knows that they're gonna be there, right? But like for him economically, it would really help him if they were paying him for the skills that he had. Because if they're willing to give like these quote unquote effing college kids straight out the gate who are just like the boss's buddies, you know, $150,000 to do like jack shit for the you know, their work while making him do all the like heavy lifting and treating him like he doesn't do anything, you know. It's pretty ridiculous, right? Yeah. But I mean that's pretty much the perspective I have on it, you know, right? So if you do need the perspective of somebody like my dad, you know, that is generally what he would tell you, you know, basically all the types of things that I've just said, right? Which is like a lot of old people are staying in work just because, you know, they need something to do, and then they feel like their bosses know that they're on the way out, so they just don't really care, right? While, you know, paying less qualified people, you know, way more money to do like nothing, right? Yeah, right. I don't really know what nepotism means, but yeah, you're right with like it's such a complicated like the factors that push the job world around are so complicated and interconnected that it's hard to really say here or there. Um, yeah, for sure. Okay, so this is gonna get scary pretty quick. I think the best thing I can do is actually just protect and Shadow Ball this turn. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's there's so many different like ridiculous dynamics, you know, that you encounter in the work world. Alright, this is gonna get scary. We actually kinda needed to go for the hyper voice there, but it wouldn't have saved it. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Dude, like, some of the stories that I hear, like, that I probably shouldn't hear just because I'm, like, overhearing stuff in the other room, like, you know, or just that I quote unquote get to hear about because that's my life, right? Is, is just ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, people hiring their girlfriend to like just to put them on the salary. Like she doesn't actually do anything, she just is getting money from the company because she's the girlfriend, like, you know what I mean? Like, and the boss can for whatever reason do that, like it's like holy crap. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this. Good one. Big bass, little Yas kind of game. Yep. You would do without me, Mini? Wow, that did like nothing. This Dazzling Gleam might not KO, which is also the unfortunate thing about it, but I think they wanted the free switch in, so. Right. And I mean, his place is like a lot of people work online, so it's even easier for them to just kind of pull shenanigans. But yeah, that's how it is. I think they're gonna swap something, yeah. And looks like they're going for... Oh, they actually do, okay. So, if I had protected Golden Go, I probably could have actually just won. So that wasn't an easy call, but I wasn't like keeping track of my win cons that hard, so I'm not that upset about it. I definitely should not have clicked Hyper Voice though. I should have clicked Dazzle. Either way, they're gonna click Electro Shot, but like, if the Electro Shot were to miss, then that gives Pelipper a chance to win. But GG. Yeah. So I was, you know, I got caught up being interested, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, you gotta give young people a chance though, you know? I mean, because I think one of the biggest problems with the workplace is that, like, they forget to respect the fact that you need the chance to develop skills in order to have skills, right? And like, there's the job market is so competitive right now because people do need jobs, and so like there's millions of applicants and blah blah blah, like we need the best person, but like sometimes you just need someone who's really dedicated and is willing to learn, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's the best thing you can ask for, because the best person isn't always gonna be the person who like kind of knows something. I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really talking about myself right now, but like, thank you, you know. Let's see. This could be scary. Yeah, no, it's a thing. Like, it's interesting when you are just starting to get into the job world and you don't have any experience, you know, trying to be like, hey, like, how am I gonna get experience if I can't like get the chance to gain the experience? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a thing for sure. Upper hand. And I'm just gonna do it. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Nah, bro. This team sucks, man. I'm over it. Go before follow me. Do it. Just go before follow me. E-speed, go. God dang it. Right. Freaking brother. Freaking brother over here thought he was gaming on me. Gotti. A whole lot of Gotti. You know what I'm saying? But, Well, yeah, true, right? Because, like, when I was applying for. Hold on. When I was applying for the teaching jobs that I wanted to look into for like college position jobs, what I was told is that like sometimes they post jobs just so they can move people around internally, and like because they have to post the job, like they're not actually planning on hiring someone external. It's just that like when a job position becomes available, they like literally need to post it, right? But what was I saying? Yeah, that doesn't always mean that they actually plan on hiring someone outside of like their internal hiring division, like selection. So yeah, it's they're not just trying to like avoid lawsuits and stuff. So cause like I was bummed, you know, I was bummed when I didn't hear back from the college place that I applied to after, you know, applying there and like really needing a job. And yeah, that's what I was told, was like I didn't even think they were actually gonna hire someone outside of their school for that position. They were just gonna move someone into the position. So that's the type of stuff that happens. And what was I saying besides that? Oh yeah, me, and since I haven't talked to you in a while, um, me and Pops are looking at a house in like a neighboring town to start our jewelry business. So I'm pretty hyped for that. Pretty hyped for that, you know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna have to see how all the pieces fall together, right? But all right, I want to like actually build a team that doesn't suck. So let's do that. Right. I definitely applied to a job recently that I was like completely underqualified for, though. And sometimes you just have to be willing to recognize that, you know? Like, sometimes you just have to be willing to admit that, like, you're not the person for the job. Like, and, like, so it didn't feel good not getting accepted to that job. But, like, you know, it's like, what? Why would they actually hire me for it? Sorry, I got the hiccups randomly. But yeah, I applied to be a like work at like a library, and when I went in for the interview, I could just like, first off, I didn't even really read the qualifications well enough, but like I could tell they liked listening to my spiel and like why I wanted the job, and like they liked me as a person. But it was also like kind of like, why are you here? Like, it was like right. And like there's obviously positions where, you know, you can apply to somewhere without having experience and actually be like, yeah, like you should consider me, right? But like in this case, it was like, yeah, like you probably should just go with someone else. But thank you for considering, because I'm in a rough patch. I was like, you know what? I just needed to hear that you wanted to consider me. You know, that's all. I don't actually know if I'm gonna want Thunderbolt. But yeah, no. If this stuff works out with me and my dad trying to get this place to start our jewelry business, like I will be fully in the ready to start our, you know, basically considering myself as having my own, you know, self-employment, which is nice. Because nobody likes to feel like they're not doing what they should or whatever, you know. Right. Sometimes it's just nice to talk to people and like wrap your mind around like what you could do though, so you know, I get that. Like, but then if like you're sitting down for the interview, you know. Oh, I see. Okay, so you said more. They brought me in, said I was the first person they considered. You know, we asked, turned it down for grad school. Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, because they were like, oh yeah, like let's suck this guy in, and you were like, so good on you, I guess. Good on you. They were ready. They were like, oh, hold on. Oh, that is funny. They did indeed take our germs. Oh my god, I'm starting to build a boring team, man. This team is just gonna be boring. I need to make sure it's not boring. We never tried this team. Yeah, no, I respect that. Like, you gotta value what you want, right? So if it's not like what you really see yourself doing. Low kick Scrafty, my guy. We could consider that for sure. I think like what my problem recently has been is that I don't have enough random things trained that I want to try. And like, again, I haven't been putting in enough effort to really like team build, you know. I kind of just throw things against the wall and I'm like, maybe this will work. But yeah. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking we could do the moth with, okay, choice band, throat spray, life orb, safety goggles, Eviolite, and then we do covert cloak or citrus berry. I think citrus berry for now feels better. We're gonna take it from Scrafty. Sorry, my guy. It feels like a slap in the face at this point. But I'm just not using Scrafty right now. Technically, we could. Technically, we could use Scrafty. Because the slot that we actually want to replace now is Incineroar. And something we can replace Incineroar with is Scrafty. Right. So we can do this. We can do Draining Punch, Knock Off, Bulk Up. Yeah. So we actually might have to use it though, I'm gonna be honest. We actually might use it. I'm liking the way it looks on this team. But I don't even know if I have another leftovers. I might have to go buy one. There it is. Because the main benefit of Scrafty on this team is that we don't have 2 fire types. And we still have an Intimidate and a Fake Out. And fighting types are kind of nice in some ways. So I'm going to try this. We might drop Drain Punch for low kick. Like you said. I don't know if the Porygon is going to be that good. I don't know if the Primarina is going to be that good. I don't know if the Dragapult and the Valk are going to be that good. But we have fast Pokemon, and we have a main slow mode, and that is good. I have a very bad rank. What? Alright, whatever. This is awkward. I kind of like starting like this and this with like this and this in the back. It feels awkward because I'd actually really like to have Ursaluna kinda, but I like the switch outs this affords me. I didn't think about it very hard. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really think about it that hard, but like I'm trying. Yeah, so that, oh god, come on. It's like you don't put 2 and 2 together until they send it out, and then you're like, oh, right. Okay, that's fine. The real question is, are they gonna go for the Raging Bull, or are they gonna go for the Raging Bull? Got it. I really hope they click close combat though. Yeah. Take that, McGee. Take that, McGee. I mean, I was gonna click Trick Room. You clicked Trailblaze. I clicked Trick Room. What were you gonna do? you were gonna get a GG's. Is what I think. Is what I think. And I do think. Can we just say that? And I do think. Armor? Getting Hyper Voice? Adds damage. I mean, it's a crit too. It's about as bad as it could go for my opponent. I'm gonna be honest. I think we just click Hyper Voice and go for the Lightning and the Thunderbolt, because they have to click Wide Guard if they want to get out of this, right? Yeah. Yeah. You would too for that beating me. Pretty rough turn of events, but hey, you know what? Like, you're the one who brought fire to a firefight. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you need a little something else. Crazy. Crazy. Man's really tried to just do that. And I said, oh, hold on. I wonder what would have happened if they didn't miss that, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I just need to, like, sit down, make more, like, pull more Pokemon out of my boxes that are good right now. Like, really, like, put them all together and, like, so that I can look at them again easier and go from there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Or as we like to say, Ole do it, skr skr. As we like to say, and we do say, okay? Like, and we do say. So I actually think my best play is gonna be this lead, and then I don't hate bringing Scrafty here, I'm gonna be honest. It looks pretty good. The duck doesn't really do everything we need it to. I kind of like Ursaluna more. The nice thing about the duck is that it lives hits from Torkoal comfortably while getting a special attack boost from Torkoal and then using Thunderbolt. However, they're gonna click Fly, and it does Flygon. So, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to I kind of think if I just go for Dragon Darts here, I can reduce their damage enough that I don't have to Terra, right? So let's just Hyper Voice and Dragon Darts. Boom. Hey man, Dragon Darts, Dragon Bolt's good. Can we just say? Mans thought he was gonna just be Mans out here. Mans thought I wasn't gonna just click Hyper Voice. And Dragon Darts again. Yeah! Yeah! What do you think this is, my guy? What doth thou think this is? So, that's why you put Dragapult on a slow team. Because it does things. I do think we immediately saw an instance where Terra Blast over Thunderbolt would be good though. Thunderbolt's not bad here, but not having Haze is very bad. I'm just gonna lead Dragapult and Young Prim and Scrim with Mind's Eye Bababooey and Duck in the back. Because what I'm thinking here is we take out the Smeargle before it can become a problem. We click Trick Room, and then we just let Ursaluna do what it needs to do, right? So I don't really see the problem here. All I see is Skursker. And you know what? We do Skursker. So, like, don't count me out. God damn. And I think it was worth it. Because you know what? We got rid of the Smeargle. We got the Skursker. We got the Throat Spray Skursker. We're faster than them. Yeah. So I was thinking about protecting Prim, but that would have actually probably just lost me the game right away. If they spored my Prim, we can still click Dragon Dart, so it's not really that big of a problem, but it's not great. Going for Co-Star right away is very greedy. Double speed, double evasion, like why? How is that supposed to win you the game? What do you care? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna try to Yonkelberg them. I'm gonna be honest. Like, give him a quick yonk. Yonk. Alright, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta do Dragapult things. Dragapult and Primarina. Should've just waited. You see, look at all these good boosts you're getting that you now don't have. Because you were too greedy. Thought he was a man to the plans, but now he's just a man. Like... got him. Freaking got him. Did you see that? Did you hear me? Freaking got him. But now we have the win. That's the problem. Now we have the win. And can we do it? Okay, well, hold on. Nah, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Alright, this is getting scary, but we're having fun, and that's what counts. My guy! That might be a throw, though, because he could have done damage. See? You see? Why would you do that? Now you're just here. What was once mans with plans is now just mans. Do you see? Do you see the difficulty of your plan? Fan beats man. Futurama episode said it better than I could ever say it. Fan beats man. Okay, well, we just hold on. We just hold on. Can you just take out my guy, please? Thank you, man. Like, can you at least let me win? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would at least be a kind gesture to let me win. So I'll take... So I will take. Let's click Beam of Ice. Let's click Moon of Blood. Yeah, they do tank it pretty well, so. Alright, not over yet. Because we have to lock into U-turn too. Freeze. Freeze below the breeze of the knees. If you please. Okay. Basically, I'm just gonna click Hyper Voice. Because we need... Ooh, actually, that HP loss there might be it. Because if the Draining Kiss can KO me, I think we just lose. Okay, now we're good. Okay, that was rough. And in fact, it is still not over. But if Trick Room is about to end, we have 2 more turns. I'm gonna do something very risky here. Okay, yeah, GG's. Because I actually needed my Trick Room to be over when I'm sending out Dragapult, or else I lose. So, yeah. That was actually really scary. Oh, man. Jeez. G-Wilkers, Batman, they've got me surrounded. So, Porygon doing things, Primarina doing things, Dragapult doing things. I think those are like literally the only things we used the whole time to actually do stuff. I mean, and then we kind of use Blood Moon, so. This is scary. Blizzard spam when I don't have a way to beat Blizzard. Let's see. Blizzard spam with no way to beat Blizzard. Trick Room could be good here, but it doesn't guarantee me anything. I'm kind of thinking of starting these two and just doing what I have to do. Maybe bringing Skr in the back. What up, though? Thanks for letting me know you're still here, McGee. I think, like, Prim looks like my best last here until you consider that I might need Trick Room really bad, and it just dies to Double Shot. The Thunderbolt would have been pretty darn good versus, like, Slowking, and the Ice Beam would be good versus Dragonite. So, I actually think that Porygon was probably a better choice, but if we really need it, the What's-His-Face might be useful instead of Porygon. Okay, that makes sense. This feels like the right play, because I can risk not, like, technically I don't actually need to be targeting the Slowking that much right now, but I can risk this. I think going for the Quiver Dance was my best play, but it's fine. Okay. That's awkward. King Gambit comes out, Porygon Z. I really would have liked to go for Quiver Dance. Because they should switch into Ninetales. and just go for Blizzard spam now. Okay, so I should have switched into Primarina. But I think not taking damage on Primarina might be more important than... So, not going for Quiver Dance does suck really bad because that's a lot. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, so we're probably gonna lose here. Fall, 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 fall. Yeah, that's GG's. BS. BS strategies for BS people. I knew that the Quiver Dance was the right play, so I can't even be upset. Like, I literally made a bad play. Alright, if I do unfall and get this Quiver Dance off, that's massive. Yeah, it's GG's. I also had the chance to go for... I had the chance to go for Moonblast. And Moonblast would have given me a better chance to win this. So, I just didn't play well. That's what it comes down to. Like, I had a really good possible turn 1. And I just didn't capitalize on it at all. That combined with being slept, or I mean frozen, pretty much just meant I had no chance. Because I actually might have outsped the Porygon in Tailwind, depending on how it's trained. They might have wanted bulk. So, yep. Did not make the right play. Okay. I'll play one more, and that'll be it. But I definitely need to, like, try to build something that's not just quote-unquote standard Pokemon. I mean, obviously Scrafty's not standard, but the rest of the team is like, what are you really doing? What are you doing just besides using standard Gussies? Standard Gussies and Guppies. Okay, what are we doing? I actually really like this lead, if I'm gonna be honest. And then I like bringing, like, Prim and Duck. I think my concern with said Duck you know what? I'm actually going to try to psych my opponent into leading Salamence and then just click Ice Beam. So I'm going to click Quiver Dance, Ice Beam. I think this is my best play because Weather Ball looks incredibly good right now if you're my opponent. So we go for the Quiver Dance, we go for the Thunderbolt, and then we try to just heal it. Man, they go for Hurricane, that's rough. I'm going to go for Heat Wave. Ice Beam. So hey, the old school set's not doing me bad here. This'll do still, well that's really not a lot. That's, yeah. It's a good play. This Ice Beam should do at least like a third, maybe. Yeah, that's like a quarter. That's like a quarter, maybe. That's a quarto. That's un quarto. Just a little important. Ring out Mungus. Ring out Mungus. Go Rhythmic. I fine with that as well. This should do a little. Hey, that's game. That's a little darn move. Alright, Prim is really bad here, is the problem. I do think, however, that the way this is starting to shape up is making it look like I can probably win if I click switch into Prim and just go for Trick Room this turn. Because they should do the body press again and fake out, and then next turn I protect Prim again. Looks like, however, they're just going to fake out and body press and give me the Trick Room. What that means is it is time to protect and Ice Beam the Rillaboom again. Yeah, that's fine. So what you'll find is that the way that I like to play this game is with what you might call, and what I do call, calculated risks, right? My calculated risk right now is that clicking Hyper Voice is more worth clicking Moonblast because I get the Throat Spray and I get the Pelipper Knockout. Whereas if I click Moonblast, I more than likely, probably want to still target the Pendragon, quote-unquote, whatever they want to call it, McGee. And so, yeah, I'm going to go for this. They do the Protect because it seems like they don't have Wide Guard, so my call works. Bam. We go for the Recover. We get the Hyper Voice. Bam. Alright. Time for another calculated risk. That risk is... No. I'm not taking a calculated risk. I'm gonna win. The calculated risk here is that our Chaldon is scary and I need to KO it, so... Moonblast. Yeah. Dread Talk. Now show us that you don't have Wide Guard and watch me click Dazzling Gleam. And then you're gonna quit. You might quit. I'm just gonna say. You just might. I don't think you got a lot to do. You're probably gonna Steel Terra here. Gonna click Steel Terra. I'm gonna click Recover. We're all gonna have a good time. I'm gonna click Hyper Voice next. Yeah. Sometimes we just play the game. Should have Wide Guarded my game. Should have targeted the other slot game. Calculated risk. Always click Trick Room. Always click Hyper Voice. GG's. No matter what, you either get Trick Room or you do big damage. We're winning. Yee. Alright, so hey, I mean, it works, you know. We didn't really get to see Scrafty do anything. Which just means we could probably benefit from putting a different fake out user in that slot. I am gonna call it for today, but I'm gonna just look at my other options, so. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, though. Thank you to those of you who did tune in. I know we were not having everybody be as chatty today, but we had some people show up that we're always glad to have here, and that's what's nice, right? So, I actually think that this wouldn't be a bad instance to do something like whipping out the Rivus Chew and being like, hey, Assault Less Raichu. So what do we got now? We have Assault Vest Raichu, which we definitely want to take the Rock Terra off because it's not doing anything for us right now. Assault Vest Raichu with Nuzzle, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Fake Out. Ideally you take off Thunderbolt for Faint. But I actually kind of like when Raichu does damage, so I'm gonna leave it. I think it's... Oh god, why is it... That training is horrendous. Oh god. So, okay, this thing is not meant to do damage. It's so bad. It's like just the way that you would not wanna train the Riolu at all. Like, I'm glad that it has a 0 IV. I'm guessing I caught this in my game in the yeah. So like, but holy crap, it's bad. Jerry, hold on. You just can't forget about things like this. You just can't. Like, you put Palmont in a box, you forget he's there, you see him again. You're like, oh wait, it's Palmont. You use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. We do have fun here. God. I do hope everyone is doing well. Controversially, we could use Shiftry. Shiftry has Explosion. Shiftry has Wind Rider. Shiftry has Fake Out. Shiftry is a Pokemon. Bro. Bro. There's so many things I could do. I just think that, like, Explosion Shiftry isn't that good. That's the problem. There's so many things I could do, though. So, I think I'm actually gonna try our good friend Jerry first, and if it doesn't work, we're gonna swap over to Shiftry. But either way, that's gonna be it for today. Jerry, I think, does not need Revival Blessing. I'm thinking... Okay, well... You can run Thunder Wave. So, I do... Nuzzle. It just gets Nuzzle. It just gets Nuzzle. It's just Raichu, but better, okay? Like, it's literally just Raichu, but better. Okay. Nuzzle, Double Shot, Close Combat, and Fake Out. I really like the fact that when you Electric Terra, you can keep using Double Shock over and over again. I think that's like one of the best things about Palmont. Because Double Shock hits very hard. So, yeah, I think that looks like a really fun team. And if we do want to do Shiftry, at least we have a Ghost Terra Porygon, so that we can start Shiftry Porygon, click Explosion, and then bring in Ursaluna, Primarina, with Dragapult in the back, or Mothra, for when Trick Room ends. So I actually don't hate the idea of bringing Shiftry, I just think it kind of sucks. So, I'm going to keep it in the back burner. If Palmont's not doing enough, we're going to use it. But Life Orb, Throat Spray, Choice Band, Citrus Berry, Eviolite, and Sash, I guess. This set actually can run Assault Vest, so if I really want, I will literally just also run Assault Vest on this thing. And who's gonna tell me otherwise? Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the vid today. Thank you for those of you who were here. Thank you so much, Chasm, if you're still here. We are as boys, and I appreciate that. And yeah, to everyone else, you know, it was a pleasure. Thank you for being here, like I said, and yeah, you know, I definitely think that that's gonna be something worth trying in the future. So, good stuff, and have a good night, y'all. Also, look forward to when my ROM hack is finished within the next month or two. So, I'm working on it. Don't think I'm not. Have a good one, y'all.